Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, I'm not gonna lie, I am a little hoarse. I have been screaming, I have been hollering, I am had it with the just absolutely pathetic showings that I have had for teammates tonight. However, this is not one of them. That being said, we are back in the Adachi and we are on Crash Zone. So, yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a bit of a game. Hopefully you guys are ready. I may have a new favorite destroyer. As much as I like the Lightning, this thing is really hard to not like. Mainly because it's broken. Like, this ship is literally broken. I don't care what anybody says, this ship is OP as crap. I would put it right up there with the Jean Bart as far as its scale of brokenness. And I know that's going to get some hate from some folks, but there is no excuse for having a premium ship. Yes, it's a campaign ship, I understand. You pay the $22.50 doubloons, you grind it out, you can get this ship for only $2,250 doubloons. But, still, I have to argue with the fact that premium ships should not be better than their tech tree counterparts. Shouldn't. And when you're talking about a Japanese destroyer, why are Japanese destroyers so good? They have amazing concealment, they have amazing torpedoes, and they are just unable to be hit unless you want to be hit. Okay, that's just how these things are. So, with that being said, let's watch the absolute chaos around us as nobody knows what to do with me. And now, keep in mind, I'm not even a good destroyer captain. This is just a mediocre captain in a destroyer going out and absolutely wrecking an enemy team with a ship that is absolutely overpowered. And if you don't think that this ship is overpowered, we're going to have to argue. Now, I figured that the enemy Udashi here is about to disengage and get the heck out of here. He's got a couple battleships heading this direction, so it would make sense that he would disengage right in front of the island. However, whether it's me or it's Hive, whoever you want to call it, he runs right into an island. Whether he meant to do that or not, I have no idea. It saved his life in this instance because I'm fairly confident I would have hit him with those torpedoes. He wouldn't have known they were coming, and he would have run right into them. However, he beaches himself in his smoke, and for whatever reason, I cannot engage him at the moment. I don't have any more torpedoes. We went ahead and sprayed our torpedo reload immediately, and so we lose our ability to use that now. However, it's not going to matter, because these things reload relatively quick anyway, and they pack a wallop. Watch, a single hit on the bow of a Nelson, instantly flooding. Okay, he's going to use his damage con, right? You pretty much have to. It's flooding. Flooding is like having two fires, I believe. So it's basically guaranteed, you know, that you need to use your damage control because you'll lose so much health so quickly. And you top on top of that the fact that they just hit so friggin' hard because they're Japanese torpedoes. I mean, these things are hitting for 20,000 damage. Like, it's nasty. It's nasty. And because I use the short-range torpedoes, you don't even have a chance to get out of the way. Like, these things are 80 knots top speed right now. I think at 80 or 84. I can't remember. But you'll see, I've got a target-rich environment, a bunch of big, ugly ships that are sailing around in groups and not really moving a whole lot. This is a disaster if you are in a battleship. This is an absolute shooting fish in a barrel moment if you're in a freaking destroyer, especially one as good as this. Now, that destroyer should have disengaged by now, right? Surely he sailed out the backside of the smoke. Now, we just got another torpedo hit. Only one, but we got one more torpedo hit. Oh, wait, are we going to get a second? It looks pretty good. Come on. Ah, not quite. Not quite, but he is flooding because he doesn't have a damage con. Now, we see the Udashi. We go ahead, put the shot out, and we absolutely finish him off. Now, we pretty much yanked that kill from people. You know, I don't like yoinking kills, but occasionally it does come in handy. Now, this guy's burning, he's flooding, he's in a bad way, and of course, the Gneiss now gets credit for that kill. Yeah, I mean, it's only fair. I yoink somebody's kill, somebody yoinks my kill. I caused flooding on him. he should have died by the flood, but, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. However, there is another Nelson and a Queen Elizabeth. Right here, right next to each other, right up next to the island. There is absolutely nowhere for these guys to go. And so, we're going to use, A, the fact that we have a reload booster, B, the fact that we have smoke, C, the fact that we have an engine booster, and D, the fact that we have ridiculously fast torpedoes and ridiculously low concealment. We're going to be able to just sit out here right next to these guys inside basically no dodge range, especially considering they can't move. They're not moving. And we get 4 torpedo hits, and that's all she wrote. Devastating strike on the second Nelson. Now, right about now, if I was the Queen Elizabeth, I would just pretty much sail right out in front of the entire enemy team and take my chances. Because you know, once this thing gets loaded, you're next. There's nothing you can do. You're literally sitting there begging to die at this point. I don't know why you brought a Tier 5 into a Tier 7 match to begin with. I keep telling people to quit divisioning Tier 5s and Tier 6s, because a Tier 6 is going to get put into a Tier 7, and then you just drag your friend along. This guy's in a Queen Elizabeth, which by itself is not a bad ship, but against Tier 7s, you're going to get absolutely murdered. And when you throw into the equation that I am in an absolutely ridiculously overpowered destroyer, it's going to be a bad day. And you're trapped up against an island, so you've got nowhere to go. Now, that being said, he does actually make the right move here. He starts going forward. I was expecting him to reverse away from my team, and he actually starts going forward. So instead of a devastating strike, we're just going to hit him really hard. That's how that goes. And I don't think a Queen Elizabeth has ever had this much damage in 2 torpedoes before. I mean, literally 2 torpedoes, all of his health now belongs to me. And he's flooding, because why wouldn't he? Now, we're not just going to sit here and leave that to go, right? We're definitely going to just farm him for damage. We're going to use our guns, try to set a fire. We're going to keep knocking his health out. We don't want him to recover. We want him to go to the bottom of the ocean, or at least get his sailors off for some shore leave there. That'd be better. Just go for shore leave, bud. Go back to port. And, yep, we get the flooding kill. Not bad. So we're up to 136,000 damage. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Did it feel like 136,000 damage? Because for me, it didn't really. It was just kind of everybody sitting still in battleships really close by and not really doing anything other than making themselves easy targets. So might as well take it, right? Now, the enemy just captured B. Oh yeah, this is a domination, guys. And we just lost 2 of the caps. That's not preferable. But there's only 2 guys left. We've only lost 1 destroyer. And so we're going to push our way over. Now, there's a guy now as far away from us as possible. And there is a kid that is very close by. And by very close by, I was expecting the kid to pop up way out on the other side where the York is, because he backed out of the circle. And when he backed out of the circle, I just figured he was going out the backside. However, he was actually on this side of the circle, and he came out this side and started firing his guns at the cruiser, which allows me to start firing at him. Now, the other thing that this has going for it, and you're like, oh, Spartan, why do you say this is overpowered? This is why. Not only does it have all of the smoke, all of the engine boost, all of the torpedo reload, it also gets faster firing guns than the Kagero, and can absolutely wreck people because it's got Japanese high explosive. So it is fantastically powerful, this ship. You need a gunfight? Guess what? It can do it. You need torpedoes? Guess what? It's got those too. Now, I was really hoping to hit this guy with a torpedo, but unfortunately, he's going to scoot out the backside. Now, he's getting pounded by our team. Our team in this one was pretty good, and we got pretty lucky in this one. But that was just kind of making up for all of the absolute absurdity that I had to put up with leading up to this in both my Vladivostok and a brand new ship, which I shall not name, that I'm trying to get a game in, and I am absolutely not enjoying it. So hopefully you guys are ready for that one. I'll try to get a game in it eventually. I just can't seem to get any decent games. I've had, I say decent games, good games. I don't like showing you guys decent games. I like showing good games. And I haven't got a good game in it yet. I've had a bunch of mediocre games where I cover my damage and do a little bit more, but I haven't really gone off yet. However, I come over here because the York is requesting help. And I am definitely on my way. I'm like, dude, I'm coming. I got short-range torpedoes, but I'll get there eventually. And while we're doing it, we're capturing B back. So that's keeping the points in our favor. There's not a whole lot of time left, of course, but York is actually going to absolutely manhandle this Gneisenau. And Gneisenau kills him, and I know you're like, well, what do you mean he's going to Like, look at him. He's burning. He's taking a lot of damage in torpedoes. Like, that York whooped his booty. And this is just another reason why, you know, I'm not a big fan of those German battleships. And the Gneisenau is a good German battleship at that. Like, I don't know, man. They're not what everybody makes them out to be. Or at least not to me, anyway. But we're detected. Or not detected, we're located because he's using twist and track. So we know he's looking for us, or at least in the area. And he was last seen headed this direction. Now, we have guaranteed better concealment than him. I mean, my concealment is at 4.8 kilometers. You're not going to see me first, unless you've got a max concealment build, which I don't. I still need some perks or some levels on my commanders, but I don't have max yet. But you can see he gets detected. We're going to go ahead, snapshot the front gun, and then start immediately broadsiding, because I want him gone as quickly as possible, because he has the fire rate advantage, but we have the health advantage, and we're just going to get rid of him. And of course, we can't just finish him off. Finally, we finish him off, and down he goes, giving us our 4th kill of the game. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Now, this is a bit of a rant, but I just want to let you guys know that this thing is absolutely ridiculous. It really is. If I can do this consistently, then anybody can, really. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.